Kiki with her singing ass. Let's get to the show.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Q, and today y'all, I'm making a delicious bomb ass chicken burgers with sauteed onions and mushrooms, all type of flavor, smoked provolone cheese, and brioche buns that I'm making from Scrinatch. Let's get started. So alright, in this bowl we have some flour, I put in some active yeast, and I also put in some sugar. Also going in is some salt, and I'm stirring all of the dry ingredients together first, and then we're going to mix together our wet ingredients, and then we're going to bring everything together. And this is a super simple, super easy brioche bun recipe made from scratch. Okay, this doesn't, there's no kneading to this dough, none of that. This was just really actually really simple. This was easy. Like, this was like the easiest type of hamburger bun I've ever made. Normally I have to knead the dough for a long time, but I didn't have to do that with this. In the wet ingredients, we had an egg, some melted butter, and we also had some water, some warm water. And so now we're mixing everything together. And the reason that this dough is really super simple is because you pretty much are just mixing together your dough, and then you're gonna let it rest and rise. And I mean, then you're just gonna be literally forming your buns after that. Let it rise again, then bake. Super simple. It's really sticky, and it's a very moist dough, so you don't have to handle it a lot. It's just gonna sit there and rise. And I let this dough rise for about 2 hours. Normally you could let this dough rise for about 2 to 4 hours, but y'all, I was hungry. Like, both risings are supposed to be 2 to 4 hours. The second one is supposed to be 1 to 2 hours. Child, I was ready to go. Now, right now, I'm going to show you guys how I make the bacon weave. This is a bacon weave, and I also did a short video if y'all want to just check that out in super fast time. But now y'all see how I'm laying the bacon, you know, in like a criss kind of cross formation. And so now we're doing like an over under type thing, and that's basically it, you know what I'm saying? And now you have the bacon weave, and when it cooks, all that bacon gonna stick together. It's so lit, and it's so delicious, and it just covered the patty of the chicken perfectly. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about pieces of food falling out of your burger or nothing like that. Like, it really, and this is good for BLTs too. I just thought about that just now. Like, this is really good for like a BLT kind of situation. You take your bread, put it on your toasted bread, or non-toasted bread is delicious either way. Put your lettuce, your tomato, your onion, your mayo, mustard, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do it how you do it, but you know, it's delicious. So now y'all saw me do that twice. I put together the bacon weaves, and now I set those to the side because I did not cook the bacon until it was, you know, time to cook the chicken. So right now we're going to marinate this beautiful chicken, and I love this brand of chicken because it's just really clean. And I just cleaned the chicken with lemon and vinegar as always, and we're going to season the meat, baby, because you know we got to season the meat. All right, y'all, so we're going to go in with some turmeric. Yeah, sprinkle that turmeric in there. We're going to do some paprika. Hey, paprika, what up, girl? How you doing, girl? And then we're gonna throw in some Perfect Pinch Italian seasoning, some poultry seasoning. Yes, God, honey, some red pepper flake. Seasoning. Some onion powder. We're gonna throw in some garlic powder. We're gonna throw in some fresh black pepper. All right, y'all. Now we are going to add some onion soup. Okay, you know that onion soup powder with the dehydrated onions and the seasoning and all this stuff. We're gonna add that, and we're not gonna add any actual salt. We're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce, because I can say Worcestershire sauce. Then we're gonna add in some Grey Poupon. But you don't want to be too heavy-handed with the Grey Poupon because it is extremely flavorful. Beautiful flavor. We're gonna throw in some wholesome honey, some raw unfiltered honey, and not to make it sweet, y'all know what we do, we balance it out, you feel me? So now we're gonna go ahead and marinate this, massage those seasonings into that chicken. And when I tell y'all this chicken finna be so bomb, because I was gonna do two different types of chicken burger with this. I changed my mind. I'm going to do the chicken burger that you guys are going to see in this video. And then today, I'm going to eat this chicken with some sweet and sassy sauce and put it in a salad. Oh, either I'm just going to do the chicken as it is, or I'm going to put it in sweet and sassy sauce and then put it in a salad. But I'm going to use it in a salad preparation today. Delicious. So now, remember I told you guys that we had to let the dough rise. So I only let it rise for about 2 hours. And that's why I said that next time when I make this, or next time when I use this dough, I'm going to actually let it rise to the full extent, because you have to let it rise twice. The first time it rises for 2 to 4 hours. The second time it rises for 1 to 2 hours. So I'm gonna check and see how this does when I allow it to rise to the max as far as time is concerned. But I was hungry, y'all, for real, and it was getting late. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and let's get the second rise going. And I had already uploaded the hummus video, which y'all go ahead and go check that out. Man, that garlic sriracha honey hummus, stop playing with me. It was so full of flavor and delicious. I'm still thinking about that hummus today. Anyway, do you see what I'm doing with the actual dough? I used my pastry scrape to cut these into 8 buns. And then I went on ahead and formulated them into a nice smooth ball. And that's how you get that brioche bun round top shape. So you just kind of take the corners of it and pull it inside, the bottom of itself, and then, formulate a ball with it. And you see that egg that's sitting in the back. When it's time to bake these, I'm going to use that as an egg wash. And that is supposed to help to achieve that beautiful color that is indicative of brioche buns. Like I said, next time I'm going to do this recipe, I'm going to tweak it a bit, and I think I'm going to add more eggs and just kind of up the flour, add more eggs, add more butter. I want to see how that's going to turn out when I do it that way. But for what it was, these were completely delicious. And I did a little trick to where I didn't have to toast the inside of the buns, because it was already toasted, because I used 2 separate buns, which I'm gonna show y'all. It went crazy. It went nuts. It was delicious. So now that these buns have been given time to rise, we're gonna go ahead and, like I said before, create the egg wash, and then I'm just gonna paint all over the buns with the egg wash. Yes, let's get it. And next time I'm going to be a little lighter handed with the egg wash, because some of it started to collect at the bottom and it looked like a little baked egg bun. It was funny, but I mean, it still was delicious, and that's no cap, period. Very delicious. And the buns were super soft and just, yeah, very soft. Because once these went into right before I put these in the oven, I took my pizza pan and I put water all over it and set it on that bottom floor of the oven, which created a lot of steam inside of the oven, which helped to make these buns so tender and soft. It was very delicious. So now you guys see I'm about to go ahead and sit the buns inside the oven. I'm finna put the bun in the oven. Nah. Child, it ain't happening no more. I'm just gonna put some buns in this oven, child. These hamburger buns, chicken burger buns in the oven. Okay. And that's going to bake up and then turn very delicious. But before we get to that, right now we're going to cut up the onion part of our, sauteed onions. And these sauteed onions were so delicious and packed full of flavor. Y'all know what it is. It's all about the flavor. It's all about that deliciousness. So we're going to take this really big sweet Vandalia onion and we're going to slice it into nice slices, into nice rings. And I'm going to use this entire onion for this preparation. Yes. And then I'm going to take this really pretty shallot, which that's why I really do love the color of shallots. That champagne kind of purplish, kind of pinkish color. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. And shallots have a very potent, delicious flavor that when you cook them, it just turns very sweet. Like, you don't really have to add any kind of sugar or anything to onions. When you cook them down, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, because it's already, you know, onions are sweeter than what is it? It was something. Onions was sweeter than something. I'll figure it out. But onions do have a nice amount of sugar in them. Very delicious when you cook them down. Alright, so now let's go ahead and start searing off the meat. The meat has been marinating in that beautiful marinade for about, at this point, about 4 hours. It's been marinating and just kind of doing this thing. And so we're just putting everything into the pan, making sure that they all fit inside the pan so that they all can get seared in that cast iron. I was going to grill them, but searing them is beautiful too. And it worked out perfectly. I mean, beautifully. This chicken was so juicy. So very, very juicy. Not dry, even in the least bit. So we're just allowing the pan to do its job. Now, we're going to go ahead and start flipping these over. Look at the flip. Ooh. I know y'all see that crust on that chicken burger. I know you see the crust on that chicken, yeah. And I decided to sear these because, I mean, I do fried chicken a lot. You know what I'm saying? I have quite a bit of fried chicken recipes. And I just want to do something a little different. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up just a little bit. Give us a nice, good seared chicken burger. Don't get me wrong. Fried chicken is fried chicken. All day, period. And I love you some fried chicken. Okay. But I just wanted to do something just, you know, a little light. No breading. Just really delicious and juicy. Bomb. Flavorful. Super delicious. I want y'all to use that onion soup. I want y'all to use that onion soup because it really does work. Now look at that. Beautiful. Now we're ready to go ahead and start taking this chicken out of here and stuff like that. We're going to remove the chicken from the pan because we're going to let that chicken rest. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cook those beautiful onions. We're going to deglaze the pan first with some Marsala wine, y'all. Come on now. Let's start building the layers. We're going to start building the layers. So we poured in that beautiful Marsala cooking wine. And then we're going to throw in the onions and the shallots. And then we're also going to throw in some baby portobello mushroom slices. Very delicious. I went on ahead and gave those a good rinse. And now we're going to add some more Worcestershire sauce. Some low sodium soy sauce. Low sodium. And then we're going to go ahead and give those a stir. And instantly you see that the flavor bits that were all at the bottom of that pan start to infuse the onion, and the onion takes on the color of that Marsala wine mixed with those really deep, rich flavonoids that are at the bottom of that pan, that cast iron skillet. Then we added in some fresh black pepper. Y'all know how I feel about fresh black pepper. So we're gonna go ahead and add that in. Yes. Give those a stir. Now look at that. Beautiful. Do you see how the liquid has rendered out of the onions and it's come together in a beautiful caramelized fashion? Like, it's just delicious. When I tell you, it just gave so much to this meal, period. Just flavor on flavor on flavor. So now we're going to take the chicken, and what I did was to keep the burgers intact so that stuff is not falling all over the place. I put a layer of the onion and mushroom mixture on the chicken first. Then I layered some smoked provolone on top of it. We put it back into the oven, let that cheese melt down, and everything came together in a harmonious, delicious, flavorful fashion. Look at that. Blah, blah. Let's go. And so remember, you guys, I told you that I'm not going to prepare all of the chicken burgers as chicken burgers. So I'm taking the rest of the chicken that we cooked off of that pan, putting that other pan back into the oven. Amazing, right? And so now I'm going to go ahead and clean off that counter and get that situated so that we can move on to the next part of what we're doing. So you know we like to cook, get clean, and cook, get clean. We like to cook, get clean, and cook. Cause you know we like to cook, get clean, and cook, get, hey! Look at these buns. Delicious, golden, ready to be assembled into beautiful chicken burgers. Period. Chicken burgers. Now you see how golden and toasted that bottom is. Super soft. I add a little more sweet cream, unsalted butter to that, and look at that. We got a bun, baby. We got a beautiful ass bun. Now let's put together this beautiful chicken burger. Now with dressing it, you can put whatever you like on your burger. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm preparing this burger as like an onion soup kind of burger, I didn't do lettuce and tomatoes as I normally would. I wanted to upscale it a bit, and I put some mayo, some Grey Poupon. I'm telling you, y'all, that should be hidden. Some Grey Poupon. And we're going to add in some jalapeno slices, some hot Marzetti jalapeno slices. And when I tell you that the Dijon mustard and the vinegar from the jalapeno peppers was able to cut through the very unctuous bacon weave that we did, hunty. And we're gonna put that on that patty, the chicken with the onions, the mushrooms. Do y'all see what's going on here? Do you see the levels of flavor and technique that go into this? You know what I'm saying? Just delicious. Absolutely flavorful. Let's look at the plate up. And this, I didn't have any sides with it. No fries, no nothing. It's just pure, beautiful chicken burger. Cheese, bacon, onion. I'm talking about it's the everything for me. It's the all of it for me. Look at it. It had its own little photo shoot. The burger was like, photo me pronto. I'm in Galliano, bitch. I'm in Mugler. I'm sitting in Mugler, bitch. Now look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. This burger was saying something. And with the freshness of the actual brioche buns being baked, it just gives you such an appreciation for something that you put together. And I know a lot of people don't like to do all that. Oh, baking your bread is so hard. Baking is so difficult. But it's really not. And it's really therapeutic. And it's really fun. Like, I like it and because I have the time to be able to do it. Thank God for that. I do it. This is a part of who I am. It's part of my business. And look how beautifully juicy that chicken is. Very tender, all the way thoroughly cooked. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not dry, honey. This was a beautiful, juicy chicken titty. Yes, God, honey. And you can see the softness of that bun. That bun was soft, delicious. I'm talking about the crispiness of that bacon. And when I say that the bacon was cooked perfectly, every single component of this burger was just put together lovingly. Yes, I want y'all to try this brioche bread and let it actually take its time and rise. Like, don't get hungry. Don't be like me on this one, because child, I already eat. And I was like, listen, okay, so what we gonna do is we just gonna go and skip a couple of hours or something. But next time, I will definitely, because I am going to revisit this. I've made hamburger buns before. If you guys go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see a lot of different things that I have made that has been completely completely delicious and beautiful. And yeah, there's no diaper on this burger. I don't like to look at it like that because it's that's gross. But this is a very delicious, juicy burger that didn't need all that. I like to lick my fingers. I eat with my hands. I lick my fingers. I totally immerse myself into the flavor. And I'm happy about that. It's delicious. Yes, that's what them paper towels are for. You know what I'm saying? So I like to just really get all the way into it and devour the burger. And that's exactly what I did. I really enjoyed myself. This was just one of those meals where I slept good as hell after this. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say, I had some beautiful rest. And y'all, today, I had wanted to talk about yesterday when I went to swimming. Y'all, it went wonderfully. I enjoyed myself so much, y'all. I just was at peace, and I just was able to just really relax and get into the spirit of it. And it felt so good to just float and just really, you know, be one in the water again, man. Get some good exercise and all that good stuff. And to decompress. That's the word that I want to tell y'all, and I want y'all to think about a lot. The word decompress. Don't let nobody have y'all running around this motherfucker stressed out, tripping, this, that, and the third. Life is to be enjoyed. You are supposed to feel just like these burgers, baby. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Period. Alright, y'all, thanks for coming through once again and vibing with your girl Q. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys like this art, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button so you can subscribe to your girl and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the freshness coming from the Fresh Squad.
Thank you for coming through. You know it's your girl Q. I'm imitating the duplicate over here. So no hatred.